how to create beautifully designed, high converting e-commerce images in 60 seconds or less, even if you don't know how to design. Check it out. What's good, YouTube? And if you are like me, you don't know how to design because you're not a designer, and you want to create beautifully designed e-commerce images like this, then you need to check out Glorify app. Now, Glorify is one of the latest e-commerce softwares specifically designed for e-commerce users, and you want to check it out because it's gonna be super awesome. It combines a whole lot of other softwares into just one, and I'm going to show you and walk through with you with the founder how this app works, okay? And you want to stay tuned until the end because there's going to be a very special offer that I'm going to share with you if you stay tuned until the end. All right, check it out.
All right, welcome guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I have a very special guest with me. I have Omar Farooq from Glorify app. Now, Glorify is one of the apps that I use myself. It's an e-commerce app that allows you to do many things. And I will leave Omar Farooq to share with you guys what it does and how cool it is. All right, take it away, Omar.
Hi guys. Firstly, thanks a lot, Julian, for bringing me on board this call and featuring us on your channel. It's a great honor. I'm super excited. Just a little bit about myself before I do jump into Glorify. I want to tell you about where Glorify came from and basically my journey of how I built Glorify. Glorify is actually a product of sort of my journey in entrepreneurship. A few years ago, I think about it was probably when Amazon FBA was just getting popular. I found that I wanted to somehow start a side business around my career. At that time, I was a full-time motion designer in the broadcast industry, and although motion design pays well, I thought it would be better to start my own business on the side because there's nothing else than actually owning your own business, right? So this is where it all started from. And the first business I got into was Amazon FBA. And I was lucky enough to get into a program. The program was called Amazing Selling Machine or from amazing.com. It's a very famous Amazon program. And I became part of that community and instantly was able to launch my product after the training and get immediate results. And the reason why I was able to get immediate results, in fact, I sold out all of my products within the space of a month. Wow. And the reason why I was able to do that was because I actually have the luxury of being a designer. I can actually design my own images, right? So I designed my own product images and I designed them in a very strategic way so that, the image one till the very end is almost like a narrative, okay? So when you communicate good images to customers, it's very important to, rather than just talk about features all the time, it's very good to kind of create a bit of a narrative or a story around the product, that's highly recommendable to kind of generate more sales. And that's what I did with my Amazon product. I had like 7 images and each image was almost like a narrative talking about each feature in a very profound way. And I generated a lot of sales. I started an agency doing Amazon images for a lot of people that way. And eventually that agency became scaled to a few employees. And I was only working with a few clients. I had to get rid of a lot of clients because the only clients I wanted to work with are 7-figure and 8-figure clients, right? So at the very end, what I ended up doing was, I had to end up turning down a lot of potential clients because they're trying to come and hire our services, but they couldn't afford it. So I didn't want to get, for me, it was heartbreaking to turn down, new and fresh and excited and inspired entrepreneurs that want to get through the door. So I thought, hey, look, why don't I put all the strategies I know for product images and e-commerce design and branding into an automated tool? And that's where Glorify came from, right? So that's just a little nutshell of how Glorify started. And now Glorify is our full-time operation. We're slowly moving away from our agency model completely and just helping startups launch their product with amazing design. Okay, so tell me if you can see our screen.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so Just very quickly, I'll kind of mention sort of what Glorify is about. First of all, we were voted as #2 product of the day in September on Product Hunt, which was something that really was honorable for us was a great achievement for us. And the whole focus of Glorify is that it helps people create powerful, beautiful e-commerce images, right? So any product that you're selling, you can use Glorify to create amazing images. Now, it's also, I would say, a good all-rounded design tool for digital images, for sure. But the focus is definitely e-commerce. Now, I'll scroll down and kind of go through some of the features. And first thing I want to let you know is that we have a lifetime deal going. Julian is, I believe, he'll have a link prepared for you guys at the bottom.
Down in the yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, the deal will end in 61 hours. So time is short. And what I'd like to quickly kind of move towards is the features. So very quickly, simply you can pick a template. You can rebrand templates with just a few clicks. You got a variety of font selections, lots of customizable backgrounds, and just really making powerful product images. And we have an amazing magical background remover tool. It will instantly remove the background of your product. You can drop it into a template. You can add natural shadows. You can add even a natural reflection. So the options is really endless here, right? When it comes to creating powerful product images. And of course, we have our own annotate tool to create call out images. So you can really, show off your product's features with call out images, which is very important for e-commerce. And finally, we have a logo maker. You can instantly create your logo with just a few clicks by giving some details, and it'll generate your very own brand. So that's, I think, a huge win for a lot of entrepreneurs wanting to sell their product, right? I've got a smart resize option, instantly resize your content to any image size. And we've categorized, the main thing about us is that you see a lot of design tools out there that are very similar to us, but how are we different? We focus, number one, on e-commerce. You've seen a couple of tools already that's different, but also we categorize our product into niche and themes, right? So no more endless scrolling down looking for the right template. Instead, this time you actually can simply pick a niche. If you're in electronics, if you're in fashion, if you're in food and drinks, if you're in the home niche, babies, baby and kids, health and fitness, doesn't matter. You got a niche to pick and you'll find the right template for you. Or you can go by themes. So themes are like, rustic, retro, futuristic, so let's go explore this very quickly. So here you got a few niches. So beauty niche, like cosmetics, you got all of these templates here, and every template comes in a brand kit or a bundle. So you can see, like, you pick one template, you got the whole bundle ready for you for all of your different sizes, your ebook, your Instagram, your Pinterest, your Facebook ads, your e-commerce web store images. So every template comes as a bundle. So let's look at the kitchen template. Here's another one. You pick this product image and then instantly you got the whole bundle ready for you. You pick the futuristic one, you get a bunch of futuristic-like templates, and this is a theme. So you can see the difference between theme and niche, right? So it's more about the style when it comes to theme. And then you have, again, the different templates. So again, it's just a very quick way of creating product images and content for your product. Who's it for? Our main focus is Amazon sellers, people who are doing funnel hacking, people who are like social media influencers, drop shippers, anyone's pushing products on these channels can use our tool. I encourage you to check out the link on Julian's, section and look at the sort of the 60-second video, give you a good idea of what it's about. And it gives you the whole breakdown of features at the bottom of the website. We have an exclusive deal going on with Icons 8, and I'll show you what Icons 8 is, but this specific plan, this specific add-on, it's an integration, costs a bit more. And I'll reveal the pricing later and explain it to you as well. But again, Icons 8 is an awesome integration with Glorify. It gives you more human models. It gives you special icons. It gives you objects, all of them cropped and ready to use. And you can see we got a lot of love from our community. People are just loving Glorify. And it's because we're different. We're coming at the angle to help people sell products rather than just create any design. Now, you know, you might come across a lot of tools. I'm sure a lot of you guys know tools like Canva, Trello. I love all these tools, by the way, don't get me wrong. They're amazing tools, but I have to say how we're different, because the differentiation between us and them is that I think Canva and Trello are great tools for, you know, to empower anyone to design. And also it helps you, you know, kind of create any content that you like. But the problem is that it's for everyone. Meaning, if you want to create a birthday card for your grandmother, it's a great tool. If you want to create an events poster, it's a great tool. If you want to create a birthday card, it's a great tool, right? So there's so many uses for those type of tools like Trello and Canva. But I will say that Glorify is not for that. So if you're coming to Glorify to create random, you know, birthday cards, invitations, wedding collages, that's not what Glorify is for. Glorify is simply for you to take your product that you're selling and create powerful images of your product specifically. It's for entrepreneurs. It's not just for your daily design, okay? And that's how we're different, really, you know? As you can see, I'm signed in, and instantly on the dashboard, you can go ahead and start designing. You know, if you want to design images for your e-commerce store, you can click that. If you want to create social media assets for your product, you can go there. If you want to create a lead magnet in the form of an ebook for your product, then you got the Ebook Creator, and then finally you got a logo maker as another custom tool. Or you want to go get started with a custom dimensions, you can, you know, simply add your dimensions here, and you can start a new canvas design. You got all your recent projects here, and some of the main menu here, and some of the options you can, you know, I'll leave you guys to explore. But something that's important is that we're just one click away in the whole platform. We've got 24/7 support. We message under 5 minutes. You know, we've got a lot of guys working on this. So, and also join our community group, because that will help you get even more support, you know, from the community itself. So it's just a great opportunity for all of us to connect. And number one is that we're ready to help you. You got all of the video how-to guides as well. So we got all the guides that you need everywhere on the platform, taking you from video 1 to the very end, going through every, you know, sort of you know, every tool that you need to know about. And so with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and design. Okay, so I think I took enough time kind of giving an introduction. Julian, I'll start with a logo. Could you help me pick like perhaps like a product or a niche or category that we want to make a logo for?
All right.
Any brand, yeah, any niche.
Let's do the watch niche. Probably, yeah, fashion watch.
Yeah, awesome. I think that's a great idea. So watches are very popular. In fact, let's go to Alibaba and pick a cool watch product. Okay, so let's do this together.
I started my dropshipping journey selling watches, so I thought that would be a good one to start with.
I think it's a very good product to sell, because watches, you know, it's so easy to compete with big brands, because some big brands don't innovate in their design, and sometimes some of these smaller unique brands can really innovate. Like, I mean, I'll never see Swatch or, you know, any of these other big brands do a watch like that, right? So all right, you know what? Let's just go back with that one, that first watch, because I'm struggling to find ones with good, decent watches with a whole thing. But I think we can definitely manage with this. Okay, so just the only difference is that it's not going to be a full image, and I think you guys will appreciate that anyway. So cool. All right. Sorry, I'm just getting, okay, there we go. And we'll go into Glorify, and we'll start with, we've got our image, but we'll start with the logo first, okay? So how about we just do something random, like space watches. So watch from space, right? So we got our brand name together, and now, you know, you can go ahead and pick descriptions, ways to describe your brand. So these are just the attributes of your brand. So for example, I can click fun and thematic, fresh and trending, modern, in your face, bold. So anything that describes the feeling of the brand that you want to create, and the attributes, right? So these are some of the things that I thought, you know, the watch product that we selected, I think it's got like a nice vibrant blue. So I'll go ahead and pick blue. I'll pick white. I'll pick black. So this is just some colors that you prefer.
Yeah.
And then finally, we can go ahead and Yeah, sorry, I've got a bit of an issue here. So let me pick something like a watch icon. Um, I mean, that one kind of looks cool, but maybe let's find something a bit more interesting, like dial. Something like, how about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this one looks kind of interesting. It's very minimal. Even this looks pretty interesting, but it looks a bit like a car dial. So I might not go with that. Let's go with this one.
Okay.
Keep something kind of unique. All right, cool. Let's click next. And just like that, you have a new logo ready for you to go. Now, I think I picked fun and thematic as one of my my attributes, but I think what happens is, depending on the attributes you select, you get all of the fonts selected directly for you, and so you got all the suggested fonts down here that you can go ahead and kind of go through. So I think something like Ramabhadra is an interesting font name, but that looks quite clean, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see this one. I like this one. Rajdhani is a popular one that I've used in the past. It was kind of modern, so I quite like that. Let's try an icon. Let's mess around with the icon. Let's try. You can always change the icon by clicking replace, by the way.
Yeah.
That option for you is there. But I'll go ahead and go with this icon for now. I'll reduce the size of the icon, and we'll reduce the space, the distance. And you can go ahead and pick like a color as well. So I mean, something kind of cool would be nice, like a bit more on the darker side to represent like a fashion brand. But all of these colors are suggested for you, and they work perfectly well. If you want a custom color, you can just use custom and select your own colors. But I prefer to kind of go ahead and let the app do the thinking for me.
Yeah.
So let's see what looks good here. I think I like these blues and turquoises. What do you think of this one, Julian?
This looks great.
Yeah, should we go with that? Cool. And then what I'll do is I'll try this layout as well. We'll reduce the text height, and we'll also go ahead and reduce the distance a bit more for the icon. And there we go. So we've got our very own watch logo. So Space Watches. You happy with that?
Yep, it looks great.
Wicked. Okay, let's go ahead and save that and go straight into our design process. So,
all right, Julian. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and start designing some images. So we've got our logo. We have our product image prepared from Alibaba. Now, for example, in this, I'd like to kind of demo, I think, something very common. You mentioned drop shippers. I think a great opportunity would be to show you how to design a social media ad banner. So basically these three tools here are basically takes you to a canvas based tool. So you can see here, you got your Ebook Creator, and then you can access the same tools on the left menu as well if you like, or go back to the dashboard. So there's different ways of getting there. E-commerce is everything to do with your website, your web content, your marketplace listing. If you're selling on Amazon, eBay, you got your product listing images here for you. But we'll go ahead and go straight to social media. So inside social media, you got your cover photo. So you got everything within the Facebook category, and of course we have general marketing and all that stuff. I think plenty of different formats here for you to create create your sort of product campaign. And in this instance, something very common that a lot of dropshippers do is they run Facebook ads. So you got your standard advert here. We'll click that. Now, if you remember in the beginning video, I mentioned that, the unique thing about Glorify is that there's different ways to search for a template. Of course, you can kind of scroll down and look for the template that suits your needs. Or the other option is that you can simply go to all categories and pick a category. One other option I forgot to mention is, of course, you can search for something. Now, in this instance, we are looking for watch. So if I type watch, you see plenty of templates to choose from here already. But the other way is to just click fashion and accessories. There's another option. And again, plenty of options here for you to choose within that specific niche. So there's just so many different ways that allows you to pick the right template for you. And you don't have to be restricted to the actual, we're doing a watch, but you don't necessarily have to be restricted to doing a watch product. So, you have the freedom to pick just a template that works for you. Now in this instance, I think I'd go ahead and pick something kind of fun and cool to use, like an interesting template. Let's go with this one. All right, cool. So you got some text. Here's a placeholder product. Okay, so you got some goggles here. So as you can see, I just want to prove to you that any template, you know, that just looks catchy that you'd like to use can definitely be customized for any type of product. So it just really depends on your preference and your taste, right? And of course your brand and your product. So I'll go ahead. First things first, I want to show you some of the controls. So here you got your up, down, layer up and layer down, and push to back, push to front control. So if I click the arrow multiple times, it'll eventually take the object up layers, and you can just go maximum down and maximum up with these buttons. You can delete, duplicate, you can lock the layer and do all kinds of different things, right? I'd also want to kind of show you some cool features that we have. For example, if I go to options, I can go ahead and add a shadow. So something that's missing from a lot of products out there, design tools, is that you don't have drop shadow, and drop shadow I think is a very in-demand feature for, especially if you're doing e-commerce. You got the other version of the shadow, which is like a ground shadow. So if you wanted to kind of create a natural ground shadow, like almost like the object is on the surface or whatever, then you got that, and you can kind of control it. You can scale it up, you can reduce the distance, you can make it look like it's resting on the ground. So it just looks like a really cool way of creating a natural shadow. And the great thing again about this one is that it's dynamic. So if I go ahead and scroll and rotate, it follows the object. So that's pretty cool. We also have, I'm going to turn this off. I'll also show you, we have this awesome reflection tool, which will literally create a reflection of your product, and you can control the distance, the blur, and all kinds of different things. And the great thing is you can also rotate it and get it into position. So a pretty awesome way of showcasing your product, right? And I think for this particular product, I'll go ahead and start designing the brand that we created. We created Space Watch, and we got our product image ready. So I'll go ahead, and first things first, I want to add my product image into the inside the canvas. So the way I'll do that, there's so many ways. You can just go to uploads and upload it, but I'll just simply do the fastest way is just drag drop it into the canvas, and it'll load it up there. So I loaded it up earlier as well, but I wanted to show you how you can drag and drop it. It's quite easy. Now once it's done, what you want to do is select the product on the canvas, click replace, go to your uploads, and then simply select the product that you want to add. Now that this product's added, of course, there's something that's clearly not working here, is that you got a background on it. So we need to remove the background. And this is where it really gets magical. We have this awesome background remover tool, which literally in seconds you can, it already automatically removes the background by default. But if you want to do it manually for any reason, then you can select auto clip off, draw a couple of, let me just try that again. Draw a simple green line on the product and a red line to indicate the bits that you want to remove. And just like that, you have a super amazing crop, right? So as you can see, Julian, this is I think incredible, right? So something that's quite powerful. So I'll go ahead and click done, add it to my canvas. And just like that, we have a beautiful product image here, right? Now I can go ahead and scale this up and add it this way. I think that looks kind of cool. I'm already digging the blue on the side. That looks pretty awesome. It looks like a really funky ad for a watch, something unique that you don't necessarily see. I think I'll get rid of this text. I don't feel that this is really working. We got this here. That's pretty cool. And yeah, snowboard. Cool. Okay, so let's see if we can customize this. Now, first things first, I'd like to show you our super cool branded tool. Let's go customize this text first. Okay, so let's call this we'll call it nickel blue, I guess. We'll pick a different font. And let's go, okay. I will go customize this text here. So we'll call this 10% off. So this can be your ad. So remember, always keep your Facebook ads to 20% text. You got to follow that rule so that it gets accepted. And then finally, I want to go ahead and add this logo that we had earlier. So you guys remember the logo that we created. So super simple, just add it to Canvas and it's ready to go, right? Now, the exciting part is we can go ahead and brand this template now. So simply go, remember the brand colors that we added when we created the logo for Space Watches? You've got that feature under branded, and you can simply click the branded button to instantly brand your whole template. So, you know, that's again, just an incredible feature for you to kind of quickly create your design and make it ready. Now, I'll also go ahead and, you know, customize the actual logo a bit more, so you can do some more further tweaks just to make it a bit better. There we go. Finally, yeah, a bit darker might be kind of cool to do that. In fact, let me do this and try this way. Yeah, I think that kind of works for me. So as you can see, very instant, you know, you got to advert here. I mean, you can play, like I said, you can play around with, you know, getting different results until you're happy. But once you get there, it's just, you know, like, you know, it's just a very fast way of generating different results. So using branded and then adding the logo from a logo generator, you know, if you're a drop shipper, you can find there's, you know, just immense value using this tool, because of the sheer amount of time that you're going to save, you know, and the cost and effectiveness, right? So I'm quite happy with this design already. I kind of want to show you a couple of more features before I finish this off. So let me just quickly show you. I mean, one way of adding the product, I can add it like this, as you can see, which is kind of a cool way of doing it. You can play with a lot of effects on the left-hand side here. You can like add a tint on the product if you want. I can add a bit of contrast to make it pop, a bit of brightness. You know, so there's different features I can use here, filters as well if you want to have a different kind of look and feel. I also can go ahead and add like a text template if I want. So here you can see we got, you know, you can add the standard text if you like, and the other options that you have here on the left is all of these amazing text templates, which again, just infinite amount of, well, not infinite, but loads of plenty to choose from. So we have everything from headers to promo and sales, to feature badges, to body content. For example, if I click body content, so body content would be, if I scroll down, you can see all of this body content, which is awesome. So you can see you can add like, you know, if you want to add a nice chunk of text, you got the body content. We got feature badges coming up, still being developed. We have quotes and call to action text templates coming soon. But the great thing about this, it just really, again, makes it very easy for you to quickly start adding, you know, typography, titles and features and text and whatnot. So here, if I go here, let's go to luxury men watches. I think that's perfect scenario for this particular product. You simply add it to your canvas and you got this text group. I mean, I can go ahead and delete these and I can go scale this up. I can ungroup it and we can go ahead and add the right colors for it. And just like that, again, you can see how we use that text template to advantage. I want to show you another feature where we have, you know, you can use icons to kind of show off little features of the product. And the amazing thing about the icons within Glorify is that they're dynamic. So what do I mean by dynamic? Let me show you. So I'll go ahead and pick, you know, let's say it's, you know, long battery life, or I don't know, that's not something to be, it's not typically what you would show in a watch like this. So battery life might not necessarily be the one. Just want to find something that says that the product is premium. Let's see what we can get. So there we go. So we got like a premium badge here. So we can pick any of these. So something like this might be the good one. So here we got this logo here, this icon. We can go ahead and customize it again. And the great thing is you can kind of stylize this icon with shapes. So if I add a shape, I can choose a square, a rounded square, a hexagon, a circle. So there's lots of different options here. I'll go ahead with the square, and then I click adjust to start adjusting it. I can add a bit of corner radius. I can add some border to it. I can scale the icon, make it bigger. I can add a background color to the shape itself. And there we go. We got like a very unique stylized icon ready to go. So this literally will help you kind of show off features of your product. Let's bring the logo a bit higher up here, so that it's got a bit more hierarchy. So typically you'll find logos a lot in the top, so that, you know, the hierarchy is a bit more stronger of the logo. We can scale it down. So there we go. So now you can start showing off these cool features of the product. So we can add probably a feature icon here. And when I said dynamic, this is what I mean. So you can take an icon, for example, and you can simply duplicate it, move it along, and then instantly use the change icon button at the top here to find another icon. So let's say we want to say that this time it's, okay, we said it's premium. You know, 30 days guarantee. I mean, does it have a guarantee icon? Let's see. We got some guarantee ones. There's so many icons that personally I can't remember what we have. I mean, it's just a massive library, right? So the icons library is huge. So you're gonna really benefit from this a lot. So I don't think guarantee is the right one that I'm looking for, but maybe see if there's something for original. I mean, we said premium, original is kind of the same. Okay, let's just say suit and tie. So like it's for men, right? Suit, tie, suit. So there we go. Like you got a tuxedo type of thing here. We can add something like this. So it's kind of like, you know, it's for men kind of thing. And then again, you know, might not be the best feature example to show for this product. I mean, typically you'd use these icons to say, you know, Bluetooth enabled, so you'll have a Bluetooth icon. You can have like, you know, made of or you know, made out of organic materials, so you can have like 100% organic. So there's so many different icons you can use to show off features, as you guys know. So it's just something really valuable to have in e-commerce. And you know, you can combine it with text if you like to kind of give it more meaning, so premium, and you know, something like that. So even if you want to bring it down here, so it just looks a bit better. And bring this one down here and duplicate this, perhaps say for men. So as you can see, guys, like super valuable and efficient way of creating a very a powerful advert that communicates everything you need of a product that you're trying to push, right? Especially if you're marketing, and even on for your product images or whatever the case it is, you just got so much possibility with this. Okay, so finally, I want to kind of go ahead. I think I pretty much showed you everything here that I want to show you. I want to go ahead and show you what Icons 8 is about, and this is something that everyone's been excited about in, within the Glorify community. So a lot of people jump into this particular plan. I'll show you what the plan costs later, but if you want to get these two features here, an unlimited background remove, right now at the base plan, it comes with 100 credits, which is more than enough. But you also have Icons 8 and Moose with that second package. And it allows you just to get so much value because number one, Icons 8 comes with all of these stylized icons, and you can filter it by the style that you want. For example, Microsoft Office, you got blue line, blue UI gradient, you got cute color, you got clouds, so that one is okay. So you got circle bubbles, hand-drawn icons. So just a huge library of icons coming from courtesy of Icons 8. So it's just like an awesome way of creating an amazing, stunning design through these really illustrative icons and icon bundles. And the great thing about Icons 8 is that they come in these consistent styles. So if you want to keep your brand consistent with one style of icon, you can do that, and you can simply customize the colors here. Right, so next up, so that's the one of the features that comes with the second package. You won't get it on the base plan. And the other feature is Moose by Icons 8. So another really cool feature by Icons 8, which gives you access to all of these human models. So again, if you want to communicate features of a product, then again, it's just a valuable way of doing that using just using models to market your product, because people associate products with people, so it's always valuable to take a person that is matching the target market, the profile of the target market, and use them to kind of showcase your product, like almost like they're using it or they're kind of benefiting from it or whatever the case it is, right? So you can create awesome content with this type of stuff. So I'm going to get rid of this stuff just to show you how Icons 8 works. The Moose by Icons 8 works. So go ahead and say you want to do like a cook. So I'll find a cook. And here you got plenty of options for cooks, and the list just keeps going on. It's like an endless list of models. And the great thing about these models is that you can see that one model has so many different shots, him angry, him scared, him worried, him happy, him having a great time. So you can just create all of these kind of story driven imagery for your marketing and your content, in your blog or whatever the case it is. If you want to kind of speak about and drive traffic, interesting content around your product, you can do that. And that's why this is so powerful. So for example, let me just add this guy here. So the only drawback currently with Icons 8 is that it's just a little bit slow adding the content because it's calling it from their API. But this is something that they're working on to get it as fast as possible. We're working with them consistently to make it very efficient. So I've got my guy here, and now I want to go ahead and go to the drop down and hit backgrounds this time. And this time for backgrounds, I want to find like a kitchen environment. So let's type in kitchen. As you can see, plenty of kitchen backgrounds. So we'll add something like this perhaps. And then now I've got this. Now I can add this in the back layer if I want by hitting the back layer. But the best way to do it is to simply use the background tool. So the background tool, the way to add this image inside the background tool is set as background button. And what happens, it kind of scales it automatically and adds it, embeds it inside the background. So you can see it's not selectable. You can't just move it like that. The way you move it is you go to the background tool, you click reposition, and you can kind of scale it. You can kind of move it vertically if you want. So you got lots of freedom here. So I'll move it vertically. And of course you can't move it horizontally because it's maximum at the moment. But if you scale it, then you can move it horizontally to the maximum available space. I'll scale it down and I'll bring it up, and I'll bring this. And this is what's powerful about Icons 8 is that all of the photos are seamless. So you can add anyone in these environments and backgrounds and they will work because they shot these photos in the same lighting, and you can see this guy adding him on the table is just a perfect blend. Like, it's just powerful. So next up, I'll go to objects and I'll type up orange. And here again, we got some oranges. And this is what's powerful. It's like all of this stuff is already cropped and ready for you to use. So I added some oranges here. If I want, I can add like a little shadow as well if I wanted to, just to kind of give it a bit more realism. I mean, it looks realistic as it is, but if you wanted, you can add a shadow. So I think you guys can see just the power of Glorify at this point now, that the possibilities are just for e-commerce is just powerful, right? So look, I just created this really intriguing image already, and it's ready to go. If I wanted to add like a text template, then I can go here. I've got organic coffee, plant and green. I mean, I can go ahead and just type, something like food and see what options I get for, let me go for headers. Okay, actually headers, there we go. And food. Okay, Okay, so I think there's some keywords that we still need to implement into some of these templates, but another way is just simply scrolling. And let me see what we've got here. I think something like, green power, you got plant green, like there's a bunch of text templates that you can add here that will work well for this. I mean, let's just add this lunchbox one. So, I mean, this could be like some kind of kitchen brand, you add it there. You can customize it obviously by, by simply taking this, ungrouping it, and then adding something, some other text if you like, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, look at the power of this tool, it's just, it's mind-blowing, with the kind of the speed of what your content you can create is amazing. And that's what we're really aiming for, guys. Like I will say that our intention here is to really deliver the best and most powerful e-commerce design tool that's available on the market for people to sell their products powerfully and in an engaging way through engaging marketing graphics and product imagery and website images, right? So we're always accessible in this chat. As I said, if you ever wanted to reach us, you can kind of come here and you can join the community, you can speak to us. So our support is always available. Now, I do want to kind of show you last couple of things before I do sign out. So let me go into e-commerce images, because all of you guys in e-commerce can really value this. We have the annotation tool, which is another powerful feature. For example, let's add one of these images here. You can see that basically annotation tool allows you to point at a product and kind of showcase the product's features, right? So you can like literally show off the features. You can add these circles, these zoom circles, and kind of reposition them and add them, add content inside these shapes so that you can literally kind of zoom into a specific feature that you want to show off of the product and kind of talk about it with text, So you got these zoom circles, you got these, annotations, and it's really simple to access this. You just go to elements, you got annotate here, which gives you all the different styles of annotations. And doing this is really easy as well. I mean, it's simply all it is, like all of our shapes. If you add any shape into your canvas, the way why Glorify is unique is that every single shape allows you to add images inside it. So you can add it from your uploads of free images, so I can go here and instantly add my own images inside, and that's how you do it. And then you can change the color if it's a cropped image. And then you can kind of reposition, zoom in, move it vertically and horizontally till you kind of get it in position to show off that particular feature. So it's just, again, really targeted towards e-commerce, because this will really help you kind of show off your features and, explore all the templates. I mean, we even have your HD banners and everything you need. And you notice this design is consistent with this. And the reason is because another powerful thing about Glorify is that everything comes in a brand kit or set. So if you click the set button, it'll reveal all of these designs, the consistent same style designs in that particular bundle. And that ranges through all of the formats that's available in Glorify. From, in this case, I looked at websites. So you have YouTube, Facebook, e-com, Instagram, Google, like everything that is available in Glorify, you will have the bundle for every single design. So you can literally stick to one bundle to keep your brand consistent, to keep it in one style. And, you'll gain more trust that way. People will recognize you as a real brand, and you won't have to worry about making your style look the same through all of your design. I mean, it ranges even towards your ebook. Like if you want to create a lead magnet for your product through an ebook, you got that option there as well. You got your ebook pages, table of contents, your section title, your 1-column page, 2-column page, call to action, back cover. Again, it's just I can explore some of more of these sets. So here's like a pet, a niche product. So if I go here, you can see again, you got plenty of designs in that brand kit. This one particularly, I mean, let me go into another format. I'll go to product image, and you can see these these goggles that we showed you earlier, which is sort of the ski mask goggles. If I open this up, again, plenty of designs within this bundle, right? So you can imagine how easy it's going to be to, have one consistent style for all of your graphics, right? And this is why, again, we're really making this for entrepreneurs, for people to sell products fast and effectively and efficiently. And with that, you know, we have really cool features. I'll reveal later our roadmap, but we have really awesome features coming up. Like, for example, we're going to have, batch processing. I'll show you that on our roadmap where we're at with it. But for example, imagine adding your colors, your brand, your product and everything, and all of this being automatically replaced just in a flash. You know, imagine how powerful that would be, you know. So there's that feature coming up soon. And you know, lots of other things that I'm really excited about, which I'll show you in a moment when I start revealing the roadmap. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's what Glorify is about. Explore all the tools. We also have our Ebook Creator, like I said, and again, you saw a snippet of the Ebook Creator through the bundle that I showed you earlier. And again, you can open that bundle through the design set. And then once you open it, you can see again the whole ebook. And if you wanted to create an ebook, you can just simply add the pages, zoom out, and then go in here, add a new page. And then if you want to obviously stay in the same style or not, you can go ahead and pick a different style if you wanted, but most likely you stick to the same style. You go to, again, see design set and add the table of contents, and add the next page, add the section title page or a one column content page. So you can see how easy, again, it's going to be to create your ebook, right? And once you're done, obviously you update the content, you can go ahead and download it as a PDF. So, well, I think we've covered everything. I think I'll leave it at that, and I'll go ahead and kind of show you the other bits on the website. But that's pretty much it for the tool. Lots of other exciting things coming very soon. We've got a layers panel coming soon. We got a blob maker coming soon, which is going to be pretty cool as well. As you can see, we have mock-ups and we have props and stuff to enhance your scene. That's coming up soon. So like I said, guys, lots of exciting stuff, and I'm really excited about what's to come. Let me jump into the website now.
So again, thanks a lot for having me here and letting me demo for you guys. But just before I do pass it over to Julian, I'd like to quickly mention, like I said before, our lifetime deal does end in 60 hours. By the time you get this video, it'll probably be, I don't know, maybe depends how fast Julian is at editing. It might be 50 hours or 55 or 52 or or whatever, depending on his time. But point being is that I do urge you guys to take action. We're very delighted to have early adopters. With early adopters, we treat you guys with special treatment. You get access to a pro group. You can find that in the community group, there's a lot of engagement happening. People are just really enjoying the tool. People are posting some of their work that they use it doing, and some of the content they're creating. We have our weekly updates, and we do a bit of training content in here as well. I give them access to new tools. So there's so much exciting stuff happening in Glorify. And on top of that, there's a lot of new stuff that's going to be released as well. As I mentioned, if you go down to the bottom, we have, all of you guys who jumps into the early adopter will get access to these future upgrades. We've got a packaging designer coming soon. We've got real estate mockups, a 3D viewer. We're getting integration with sayduck.com, and they'll give you, if you get a 3D modeler to create a product for you, they can upload it, the 3D model, onto our platform, and you can take pictures of the product. Animated product images are coming in the form of GIFs and MP4. We've got print templates coming very soon. This is so much exciting things happening, guys. And just before that as well, I wanted to show you our public roadmap. So, our product is, unlike many products, we are really listening to our customers and getting feedback and releasing on them. So we have everything from small features to major features to even template design suggestions. Like recently we had some people request yoga templates. We had people request beauty and cosmetic. We had some people request bohemian style templates. As soon as people request templates, we do them. We just did yoga design very recently. We just made a bohemian style recently, a design for bohemian as well. So, any design that people are requesting, we are very quick to act on it and deliver for you guys, because really this tool is for entrepreneurs, and you need all the templates that can that can allow you to sell your product in a powerful way. So last and finally, I'd like to bring your attention to the deal that we have here. And again, Julian, use Julian's link, but if you go into, if you click join now, it'll take you to the main deal. And as you can see, the deal is, like I mentioned, it's going to end. We have recurring coming up soon, but the recurring is going to be, from the monthly point of view, it's going to be $12.99, and that adds up to over like on the pro plan alone, which is what you guys are getting for just $97 once. You pay once $97, you get everything in the pro plan and more, right? More support, more hand holding. You get 100 credits a month. You get to suggest templates. You get 3 users. I mean, this is really a huge bargain that we're giving you guys. And on top of that, if you add up the cost, the monthly cost for just for 1 year of the pro plan, it's going to cost you over $445 on average. So you get this for $97. You pay once, unlimited. And if you click sign up, you just have to fill in the form, and you'll get access to a lifetime deal here. And the lifetime deal, by the way, we have the plan 1, which is the $97 that we have. Now, if you want the Icons 8 integration, then you can go ahead and buy this one if you want it. And I think it's highly valuable. As you saw in my demo previously, Icons 8 is powerful for you guys. You can achieve so much with that. And it's, again, Icons 8 alone on their platform costs like $199 for their premium content. We've got their icons and photos for a fraction of the cost, and we're allowing you guys to access it with one price only, right? So I think it's huge value. And if you want to remind yourself what Icons 8 is about, just click learn more. It'll take you to the page and tells you about why Icons 8 is powerful. It gives you all these icons and models and stuff, which it's just going to be a huge game changer for you, right? Yeah, so I'm really excited for you guys, and I think we pretty much covered everything. If you need any support, just go ahead and speak to Julian, and also contact our support on the chat, and there's a chat link always available in the bottom right corner that you can use. And yeah, get in touch. I'm really excited for you guys to jump into Glorify. So again, Julian, thanks for this demo. I appreciate you having me on board.
Thank you so much, Omar, for getting on this video and doing this demo for us. I remember a few years back when I just started my dropshipping journey, and I realized that a lot of different things that I am missing out on. So I needed to get them. For example, like I was using a couple of apps like Canva, Photoshop, and of course, for me, I'm not really a designer. I studied computer science, and being a logical kind of person, not really very creative with my design, I always struggle with creating images like this. And I see how Glorify is able to simplify a lot of things through the different themes, through the different templates that they have. And yeah, I really enjoy using Glorify. I mean, I myself am a user of Glorify, and I've seen how it has really tremendously cut a lot of my time, saved a lot of my time doing the design work, and even through the removing of the backgrounds and stuff like that. I used to subscribe to Clipping Magic, and it cost me like $4 every month. And for this one, I just pay one time off. It saves me a lot of money as well. So it's really good software. And one of the reasons why we're doing this demo is I actually found out about Glorify through a friend of mine. He does website design, and his name is Neil Sarod. And because he shared with me about this super awesome software, I decided to share with all of you. And what better way would be than to demo this software by getting the CEO or the founder of Glorify to share this amazing software. So thank you, Omar, for hopping on to this video.
No worries at all, man. Thanks again for having me on board. And I'm excited for your audience to jump in on this deal, and and be part of the community. So glad, obviously, to have you on board, and plus a new group of users as well is always exciting for us.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. So do use I will put my link in the description below. So if you're interested in getting this software, it's really a limited deal only. It will be ending in a couple of hours. So really do get it very quick before it runs out. And I hope that you will be able to hop on and get on with the software as well.
Brilliant. All right,
All right.
guys. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Omar. I will catch you again.
I'm very proud to say that 8 months ago, I bought 2 properties worth 550,000 ringgit for free. Yes, it costed me literally $0 to own 2 leasehold condo units located 15 minutes away from the heart of Kuala Lumpur.